yeah.
All right, you're live.
Got to put something on there.
Hey, it's Friday night.
I had
Good evening, Good Friday evening, everyone. I can't even talk yet. Yeah, so we are doing our Friday night. I just did a real quick announcement on Instagram. So, but I think I kind of mistimed that. So I'm back from LA. Things are going well here. Got a lot to talk about. To do.
What are we giving away this week?
You'll see.
We can't give away what we're giving away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
We can't let the bag out of the cat, so to
Okay.
speak.
The bag out of the cat. Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right, I understand that.
I know you do. Anyway, had a great time over in LA. Went to a little kind of a get together last night, and then drove home from there. Got home about 4 o'clock this morning. So it was kind of a long drive home, but well worth it. We had it was just amazing. It was amazing. So I'll go into some details on that.
That's what I was going to say. Are you going to tell about it?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to say, I just had a great time, thanks a lot?
Nope. Tonight, really,
We're
waiting for a few folks to come on, but I'm going to show some pictures and
We got
come talk some
let's see,
details.
DIY Wally.
Hey, Wally.
Donna Beckenmeyer from Taylor, South Carolina.
Donna.
I know Donna.
Pat McKenzie, Warsaw, Ohio. James Van,
Pat.
Missouri. Tessa Mathis from Nebraska.
Hey,
Victor-
Tessa.
Tessa, I
Bill
seem like
Ross.
I just shipped something out to her.
I think
Bill
so.
Ross from
Yeah.
Florida. Roland Knowlton. Donald Spicer. Tim Graves. Bob Sherman.
Cool.
Quincy JMC. Jim Shirley, Bedford, let's see.
Some new people,
Yeah.
or people that I haven't
Jonesville,
interacted
North
with yet.
Carolina, Gary Litchfield, Todd Scholes, North Dakota, Jim
Yep.
Jewell from Warsaw, Donnie Reese from Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Hey, Donnie.
Florida, Oklahoma.
Cool. Hope everybody's having a great week. It looks like we're going to get into
Hot.
monsoon weather here.
Yeah,
Starting to cloud
it's
up.
pretty humid. It's hot,
Yeah.
but it's pretty humid, so a lot of moisture in the air.
This time of year, we get thunderstorms and stuff. We haven't had one yet, but it feels like it's coming.
Usually around the first or second week of July, and that's about where we are.
Yeah.
We
it's-
have
it's
monsoons
about
for
two.
about 30 days, and then it clears up.
Yeah. So everything will get wet for a while. I in prefacing this, you guys may know that that I kind of set up a deal with VaynerMedia to go over to something that's called 4Ds, and 4Ds, by the way, stands for Daily Digital Deep Dive, for whatever that is worth. That's what 4Ds stands for. But basically, it's what they call it an immersion process, where you go into VaynerMedia, and if you guys don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, he runs many huge companies, but he basically works with Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies like Anheuser-Busch, like Chase Bank, those kinds of companies, and he puts together digital strategies with social media and other deals, and puts together strategies and implements them. He has VaynerMedia itself has somewhere over 900 employees, multi-million dollar company. Anyway, so the guy is really knowledgeable, and he's got great people working for him. I assumed he had great people working for him, and I underestimated that by a lot. They are brilliant. So me and 8 other people, I think, actually got in a room from, it was actually on Wednesday, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 7:30 at night, and we went over 8 different aspects of business, in building business, from strategies to branding to how you run your companies, and different kinds of strategies when it comes to growing your market share, just all different kinds of things. So
I had a question.
yes.
Did you learn anything that you can pass on to our viewers who are we're not multi-million-dollar companies. We're just, we're small people just getting by. Did you learn anything that you can pass on to our people?
I did in that sense, from a general sense. One of the guys that taught is, his name is Matt Gearin. You probably can't see it, but this is him right here. This is one of the attendees, and I was sitting right next to him. Anyway, Matt went over every platform in huge detail, from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube to Snapchat to Amazon to a lot of Pinterest, all the different major platforms that are out there. And his basic deal is, depending on who your audience is, you don't have to be on all of the platforms, because your audience may not live there for what you want to do. But you want to be on every one that you can for where you think your audience is going to be. So our audience mostly is YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. And that's my marching orders, basically, is to get more involved with things that Facebook and YouTube and Instagram are doing, as well as Pinterest. I'm going to start doing more stuff on Pinterest, which I hadn't really even delved into Pinterest, but they're not the platform that they used to be anyway. So social media, just more content, kind of some of the stuff that Gary preaches on a regular basis, is get more and more content out there. Don't try and be too fancy. Organic content. You don't have to be super professional. Just put stuff out there. Some of the detailed kind of stuff is Facebook Messenger is huge. One of the things that he talked about in regards to Pinterest is, if I'm stating this right, is 60% of people that go to Pinterest, they go there to learn something new and watch video, which I didn't even know Pinterest had a video format.
I didn't either. I go on there and look at pictures to get different ideas of different things that I might like to make to sell on Etsy or Amazon. But I had no idea they had video.
Now there's video tutorials.
Tutorial videos?
Some of them are, some of them aren't, but some of them are. And there's a lot of woodworking. You guys probably know this way more than I do. But based on going around the room, and each one of these businesses, I was one of them, each one of them, they delved in and asked questions, penetrating questions, and got you to think about who your customer is, how you can service them better, and how you can grow your audience and grow your business. And so they literally, they dissect your business, what you do and what you offer and what you can do to make your business better. But Pinterest is one place that we're definitely going to go. So that was the gist of Wednesday. And Gary V was a very short part of that. So here's the picture. Lost it. Here's the picture of the group that was there. These are all the attendees. This gentleman and...
How come you're sitting down? Because you're the oldest?
That's right. Because
okay.
I can't stand for that long at one time.
I see.
So, no, I was getting hid behind, so I thought, man, I'm just going to go around front. So, anyway, it worked out. So, 4 of these people, this gentleman, this lady, and this guy, all belong to the same company. And it's a dental device education type of company. This guy's name is Jim. He works for a doctor / lawyer. Yeah, a doctor that actually is a practicing lawyer. This gentleman is down in Scottsdale, and he works with engineers on helping them with the cloud. This lady runs a beautiful disaster clothing line, her and her husband. super nice gal, very charismatic. So if you guys don't follow, if you want some really cool clothing, women's clothing,
They have some nice stuff.
yeah, they have some great stuff. And she is just, she's a kick.
DIY Wally wants to know if Gary gave you any of his wine.
No, he did not give me any of his wine. I had access to his wine, but I didn't drink it because I was driving. So, but no, but I did. I was fortunate enough. If you guys have been following, you know, we created a line of wine products. Gary now knows about it. He didn't before. Just his partner Nate knew about it. Now Gary knows about it, and we'll see where that goes. It sounds pretty promising. But Gary gave me some specific advice, and so I haven't talked to you about this. He said I need to create 5 pieces of content that I put on YouTube and put different places, mostly on YouTube and Facebook, I think, and Instagram, built around family business. Not built around our family business, but built around my unique perspective of learning the business from you, with you, and now passing it on to another generation. He said, you're in such a unique position
Great content.
that nobody, there's hardly anybody that's in that position. So you can relate to so many different people from a family business standpoint, working with an older generation and a younger generation.
Everybody seems to be surprised that I'm nearly 86 and I'm still working and still doing it and still part of it. Everybody seems to be surprised about that, but it doesn't surprise me. That's what I do.
That's a unique, but it's not common. That's a pretty unique thing that we have. So that's what Gary, one of the things that Gary really pressed me on is to create content around our family business.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, and that's what Gary does. But you know, all of these guys had amazing advice. This is Nick Dio. He's the one that was kind of running the whole show from a 4D standpoint. Matt Guerin, he was the expert on platforms, and then they brought in other experts in certain aspects of building brand, building awareness, that kind of thing. So it was, you know, and I'm going to be really honest, it was a high-priced ticket, a really high-priced ticket. Well, for us, maybe not for you guys, but it was a $10,000 ticket to be there. Now, many of you guys know that I bartered that out for wine, and I did that. That is a huge investment for us. We are a very, very small business. That was a major investment for us. But fortunately, my father, my wife, kind of trusted my instinct in making that kind of an investment. It was a big, big investment.
Well, my main hope is that you learn something that you can pass on to our people. That just goes back to the old, you know, one of my favorite quotations is that you can have whatever you want if you help enough other people get what they want.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely...
Anyway, my whole thing, because I wanted him to participate, I wanted him to learn stuff that we can pass on to our viewers.
Well, you know, I think I can't go into like a lot of specific details as far as sharing the actually walked away with a huge packet of stuff. That's proprietary to them, but I can certainly give advice based on. But you know, the best thing that you guys can do is ask me questions. I'll answer anything that I know. And even more than that, watch what I do over the next 6 months. Watch what our business kind of does from a standpoint of content and that kind of thing. Now, you guys are in different businesses. You're selling signs or making signs, and maybe you're not selling signs. Maybe you're just retired and just doing it on your own.
Or some other craft items.
Yeah. So,
we've got guys that carve bears and that do
Scroll
all
saw
kind-
people.
and tarsius people. So there's a lot of people that are primarily in the woodworking industry. That's where most of our viewers are. So we want to be able to pass on some of the stuff we learn to help you do whatever it is that you do.
but the main gist of it was take the time and learn. If you want to sell signs, you know, I've never been really good at the social media thing. We kind of live in YouTube and now Instagram a little bit more. So I realized my failings of not learning these other platforms because they are social media now is what TV was as far as advertising goes, as far as getting the word out, and you can do a lot of it organically without actually having paid ads. We're going to be doing paid advertising as well as organic stuff, but content is everything, and just do it. You know, whether you think it's professional or good or fancy or not, just a massive amount of content, and be creative. Find out what other people that you're competing with. That's one of the things they said. Find out what the people that are in your industry are doing, and see what they're doing that works for them. Take what they're doing and put your own twist on it and make it yours. So, what?
Bull.
Bull?
Jordan.
What?
He said, I'm doing a Miss Vicky's Victims sign when I get time.
Doing a lot?
Miss Vicky's Victims.
Oh,
So it's a matter of being creative and using the platforms. But I strongly suggest if you guys aren't on Pinterest, I would suggest you get you catalog. If I understood right, you can have a catalog of your products in there, and there's a bunch of people going there every day. The fastest growing group within Pinterest is young men. It's still predominantly 70% women. This is figures that I got from Matt, stuff that I picked up. But the fastest growing group is young men that are going there to learn stuff, to see stuff and get inspired. To get inspired, and that's what he talked about. Pinterest is all about inspiration and education. People are going to get inspired, just like you said, and they're going to learn. So beyond even just looking at pictures of something somebody made, now it's becoming it's probably never going to catch up to YouTube for education, but that's the area they're trying to break into. That all of these platforms.
YouTube started from zero, and
all of these platforms, they look at what each other's doing, what's good, what's bad, what their failing is, what they're doing right. They're looking at all this stuff.
Yep.
So Charlie Wooster says what you guys are doing is amazing and so inspiring to so many people. My hat is always off to you, and as always, I invite you to come here for a getaway.
But I might be wrong on
Bull
that.
says, talk with local law enforcement. I've gotten several inquiries about certain badge wood signs. Doing one now for a local county sheriff's department.
Great idea.
good idea, yeah.
Terrific idea.
And he has a Marine that wants one.
Yep, that's a terrific idea. That stuff's all over Instagram, and Bull knows that. He's on Instagram. The flags, the patriotic stuff, the support the first responders, that stuff, the firemen stuff, that stuff is huge. It's so jump on that bandwagon. So I'm getting
Introduced and then trivia, and then you can got some questions.
yes. Okay, so
As
you guys know that we make this at talking about flag. That was kind of a segue. I didn't plan that, but you guys know we make this as a layout template if you want to carve this flag. We got videos on it. We sell quite a few of them.
Biggie designed that. We've been selling that for quite a while.
Yeah, probably a year. I don't know.
Or longer, yeah.
Maybe longer. Anyway, it works out really well. I've done demos with it. Works out really well. We have a new version of this that we came up with. So, which is timely. Dad's idea, if I remember right. Did you say
Well,
it was
yeah,
Dad's
it
idea?
has to do with all of this crap from
Uh-oh.
Nike
don't
and
mention
Here we go.
names. Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Does this fit inside of the other one?
Yes, but it's not being sold separately.
But you can't
got
buy it
it
separate.
right there.
Yeah, you can't buy it separately. It comes as a deal. This is what we're giving away tonight. One of these. It's a layout template.
This
but
is
I
the
think
Betsy Ross flag with the 13 stars, the 13 original stars.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
It's a stupid question, but it's from Bull. So.
Well, I'm not as tall as I used to be, but I'm still around 5'9".
Okay, Bull, there you go. Sorry, go ahead.
maybe 5'8".
I
Depending
I
on what
used to be
time of day it is.
5'10", and as I got older, I guess somehow I shrunk.
Yeah.
So now I'm 5'9".
Gravity's a bitch, is what I hear. Anyway, so there is that.
And it is on the website.
It's on the website now. So $25. Is that what it is? I didn't ask until now. And then we have if you want to do a small version for the for little small signs, this is a little stencil. So executive decision. We're giving away. Whoever wins gets both of these. They're both here anyway. So whoever wins is going to get both of these. This on the website too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So now we got to think of a trivia question. So let me postulate that a little bit. I'll think of it. So any questions coming in?
Matt Bay says, nice. He said compliments our Betsy Ross line.
And I was talking to Matt the other day. His Betsy Ross line.
Yeah.
That's the Lima Charlie that I had that flag shirt. Matt was the one that sent that to me.
He said you hadn't asked a question yet. Bull said halibut. That was a correct answer.
That was last
Such a
week.
dork. Greg Anderson said, let's see.
Well, that's why I had this idea. These bleeding heart liberals who
Oh,
come up with some kind of crap about Betsy Ross being a racist and all that stuff. Nothing could be further from the truth.
okay.
She was a true patriot.
Pat McKenzie says, I feel the same as Dave about the Nike BS. Helen Stewart said, my husband and I did a sign for autism for a weightlifting competition in North Arkansas.
Wow,
That's
that's
right.
fantastic. Great idea. That's another great marketing idea, guys. It's giving back to the community, but it's getting your signs out there and it's getting awareness. You know, I know Andy Earl. I know a lot of guys that do that give away signs for auctions for certain charities, and because of the people that are bidding on them and being seen by enough people, that as a natural byproduct that leads to business. So it's just a great idea.
You gotta come up with a question.
So maybe something like,
So use that one.
which one? Who is that? Who said that?
Donald Spicer.
Oh, Donald. Yeah.
What's the name of that gathering that you went to? That'd be a good trivia question.
That's a tough one because
But you mentioned it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So here is the official question. The official answer.
The answer?
The official question, and I've already said it. What does 4Ds stand for?
Oh.
I said it. I said it.
Yeah, but that's
That's
little
a tough
much.
one. I don't even remember that.
I don't either.
All right, okay, that's too much. But I already said four. Let's see. Where did I go? Where have I spent the last 3 days? What city?
First one to answer.
First one to answer. Hummingbird.
DIY Wally, LA.
L.A. That's correct. All right, Wally, you got it.
Send me an email, make sure I have your address and everything.
There was just a hummingbird at the
Wow, Lori
hummingbird.
Carey.
Carey
all.
says daily digital deep dive. Oh, good job, Lori. But that wasn't the. We're gonna send you a template. So Lori, where'd
Is
she
that
go?
Larry or Lori?
No, it's Lori. Hold on, I lost her.
I think it's Larry, but it might be
It's Lori, Lori.
Carrie.
Lori Carey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she answered the
She's the
question.
only one that answered it. I mean, it was not the winning thing, but because she remembered it, I'm gonna send her one.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, Matt Bay says the actual city. Well, Culver City wasn't in LA, but you said LA, so LA's the
It was. You're right, Matt. Technically speaking, it was Culver City is where VaynerX is, but I didn't mention that, so it was LA. I got to get more specific.
Yes,
with
you
these
gotta
things.
start coming up with these questions.
I'm
better.
blowing it, guys. I'm sorry.
All right, so Lori Carey.
Okay, so Lori's going to send you an email.
And then DIY Wally, I don't know who.
Wally, where are you at? See, there's hummingbirds looking
Where are
for
you,
your
Wally?
food out there.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. How come you haven't filled it? They're
Bull
waiting for
says
you.
Halibut,
Hungry.
California.
What? Hollywood.
Halibut.
Halibut, California.
Such a word. All right, Matt says LOL, I just know that.
And let me say, I am way over LA traffic. I literally drove home. I left that meeting at 10 o'clock last night. At 11:35, I was in bumper to bumper traffic on the 605.
We are not selling the templates for the field separately. They're sold together.
Yeah, they go together. Yeah.
Wally, where are you from? DIY Wally. I hope he's not international.
I don't believe he is. And I don't know. I know.
Because you didn't say we wouldn't sell it
I didn't.
international.
No, I didn't. No, I don't believe. Well, I don't. No, he might be Canadian.
Bob Rokon said, great video on the router maintenance, by the way. Brad and
Good.
Diana are here also.
Good. Was that? I was wondering because I was gone when I posted that. I was wondering whether that was useful for you guys on the Call It Care. I kind of showed them how to clean the collet and the armature and all of that stuff. Yeah, I did a video on that.
He's in Santan Valley?
Santan Valley.
Where's that?
Santan Valley, isn't that?
Southern California, I think.
Is it? Or is
But I'm
it?
not sure.
Or is it Arizona? I don't
Send
know.
me an email.
I think.
D.A. Wally says, I'm from Canada, but we winter in Queen Creek, Arizona. You can send it there. I thought
Okay.
it was from, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Wally's
just send
in
me
Canada.
the address, please. Email me.
So, probably one of the biggest highlights of this 3 days was that what they call the 4D alumni, and the 4Ds have been going on now for several years, and there's we were class 41. They call us class 41. So there was about 50 to 60 other people there that flew in from LA. Some of them from Australia and England and all over the place, all over the world, that flew in.
Flew into LA.
That flew into LA just for this.
Yeah.
And so I got to kind of talk to them about business, made some great relationships, some stuff that I think will garner some really exciting stuff coming up. I got a new sign to do. I'm actually going to do a sign for Christina, the beautiful disaster gal. I'm going to do a sign for her. She's from the LA area. So,
I have a
yes.
question.
Yes.
Tammy Gonzalez Eastman says, why is my profile bit so wobbly?
Why is it wobbly?
Shouldn't be if your router, if you got a good router and you got it tightened in the collet, there's no way it can wobble. So
Okay, so
I'm trying to think of something that would cause it to wobble.
So Tammy, here's what you want to do: put another bit in, and let's go through it. Have you tried another bit and see if another bit does the same thing? Because those bits, let me just say this: those bits will not bend; they'll break.
Yeah, they're carbide.
They won't bend. They're
They
not like
won't bend,
steel.
so you can't get a wobble out of it.
Could the shaft be bad?
No. Well, the shaft won't be bent. I can say that for certainty. the shaft will break before it bends. It's brittle. Carbide's brittle. It'll
Solid
break.
carbide will not bend.
But that doesn't mean that there might not be something going on with your collet. That's why.
Good night, Matt. Matt's got to go.
Hey, Matt, get a hold of me if you guys come to Vegas. Be sure and get a hold of me, Matt. So unplug your router. Take that router bit out. First of all, what kind of router is it? You know, I really want to dive in here. What kind of router is it? Take that collet nut out and put a different bit in and inspect your collet like what my video was about the other day. Inspect your collet and see what's going on there. The only thing that I've ever seen cause a wobble, honestly, if the bit is put in correct, is if the router is going bad and you've got bad bearings going on. If it grinds, if it makes a weird...
It's a DeWalt.
It's a DeWalt. I don't know if is it making any weird sounds when you turn it on, turn it off, like it's whining or grinding. It could be, you know, microscopically that the bearings are going bad, so that will cause, could cause a wobble.
Probably not though, because the bearing is still spinning. It's still spinning true even though the bearings are going bad. There's something in the way that the bit is in the collet and the collet is in the shaft of the armature. Something there is causing that thing to be off center.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that can cause that. The bit cannot bend, so it can't wobble.
Okay, so let me ask you. What if somebody put the collet on and they cross-threaded it?
That could cause it because it wouldn't be tightening up.
And it wouldn't be setting.
The collet was if the nut was cross-threaded pulling the collet in,
yeah,
that means that the collet would be in there so
Caught
it
that.
could move,
yeah,
and that would cause a wobble.
yeah, yeah.
But the truth is that if that were the case, probability is it would be difficult to really tighten it up
To
or
get
it
it.
wouldn't slip out.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm at a loss to tell you why yours is wobbling.
without having
Well,
more
I can
information.
tell you that carbide bits don't bend, so it can't be the bit. It has to be something in the router,
Yeah.
the collet, and the armature.
Yeah, that's where it has to be. So it's got to be something going on with that collet and that collet nut. And that was Tammy, right? Tammy Eastman. Send me some pictures. You know,
Yeah, send an email with some pictures.
email me some pictures. Show me what you got, and we'll
Send the whole damn router if you want to.
and we'll get it figured out. But that should be a simple fix. Theoretically, you could have a bad router. If you cross-threaded that collet nut, I would think that could cause that, because it might. So when that collet feeds into that shaft, you've got this taper, and when that collet and then the nut is pulling that in, and then it's tightening around that bit. If you've got that collet nut tweaked to where it's not going on this way, and it's causing that collet to kind of go in there at a little bit of an angle, it could tighten enough that it might grip that bit, but it could have pushed that bit to where that bit sticking out of the collet might be tweaked at a little bit of an angle. That would cause a wobble.
I've never. Is that a new rod?
Question.
No.
Never had that.
No.
Okay. So Tammy, email me some pictures. Eric at MakerWoodSign.com. So that's it, guys. If you
The
got
60-degree bit only double-edged, and the 60 white fence bit is
triple edge.
triple-edged.
She's talking about the white side. So the Amana bit, the Amana 60 that we now have, we replaced the white side 60-degree bit that was a 3-flute bit. When I switched over to Amana, I tested them both, one against the other, and the white side 3-flute bit. Somebody has said that was designed for CNC. That could be. I really don't know. I really do not know that. but I do know that I tested those one against the other, and the 60 degree for the Amana cut not quite as good if you're going shallow as the 60 white side. But when you go deeper, that 60 degree cuts better. I like it better because it cuts narrower when you go deeper. The other aspect that I really like about it is because it's only 2 flutes, there's more flute there to sharpen. So when it gets dull, I'll probably be able to sharpen that 8 or 10 times more than I would that 3 fluted white side bit, because there's just not a lot of flute there. So,
and I've been carving with 2 flute bits for 50 years. The white side 3 flute 60 degree is a good bit, but it isn't any better than any 2 flute bit that I've ever used, and I've been doing it for a long time.
it works fine.
But any good 2 flute bit will work just as well.
So that is it. So, okay guys, so you know the drill. Send me an email if I can answer questions for you. We would love it if you would like and share this video. If you found it useful, we would love it if you would like and share all of our videos. That would be cool. If you go to Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. As soon as I get my Pinterest up and running, you guys will know that soon. Monday's video. What is Monday's video? I've already got one done, but I can't remember what it is. It's been a while.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, just slightly. And I take off at 2 o'clock in the morning to drive to Tucson. So I got to get to bed here pretty quick. Anywho, thanks again, guys. We love you. If you guys, I really want some, what?
Robert Cowan says, well, bye.
Bye. I really want feedback from you guys if you like that impromptu live video that I did from...
they have been...
I'm going to do more of that where I just do impromptu. It won't be... we'll still do the set times on Fridays, but I'm going to do more impromptu stuff where I do live videos for tips or something that I might be working on. You're going to see more of that because I just need to do more of that. So you'll see weekend. We'll see you on, I got some really exciting projects coming up next week. Anyway, I can't talk about it now, but really exciting stuff coming up. So hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Email me with pictures if you got something you want me to see. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.